I was being the nice guy. Using the shitty coasters. You know, but
that's an example. If you watch on YouTube, you wouldn't catch this what was going on.
yeah, exactly.
Here,
And
so.
well, there are a couple
just
perks that are going to be YouTube only perks tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wish I had a jingle bell.
Thank goodness a lot of people didn't see Jack bearing his ass last week.
Yeah.
In front of my face.
We
Don't do it. Don't pull your pants down.
some
No,
cultures.
you gotta look at it.
Some cultures they pay for that.
I know.
You know, if it was his
Jack, you
feet,
get it
In
for
some
free.
cultures, we're married now,
Yes.
Jack and I.
So,
So
if it was his feet, we would be like one of the top rated websites on the internet. You know,
For
because
foot fetish?
porn, foot
Oh,
porn. Yeah,
jeez.
exactly. We're gonna start the show. A little talk about foot porn. Jackson, how are you?
that's getting flagged.
bring us back, please.
You're just like,
Come on, Switzerland, bring us back.
I got a great way to just like zoning out of specific conversations.
I don't-
need
Yeah,
to be
you don't even
involved
listen
in.
to us anymore.
yeah. And you work with young children, and you don't have to even turn that out because most of the time, actually, I love listening to sometimes the kids. It's until they learn words like bro, they're
Yeah.
fun to listen to.
Oh,
They already
why?
know 'em.
Once they learn the word bro, it's
Why
just-
is worse than that? Why?
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 No.
Do you get a
Why?
lot of wise,
Oh,
Jackson?
why?
I get a lot of everything. So
That's why his posture's kind of sunk today.
You
It's
do
like-
look a little
Yeah.
slump shoulder. You okay?
oh yeah,
All right.
fine.
Sorry.
He's
This
just
is
leaning
just how
into
I-
it.
feeling
Can-
comfortable.
Before I start, can we all comment on how luscious Jackson's beard is looking? I mean, it
It's-
is
yeah.
thick.
Is
It
there oil in there?
Yeah,
Little beard oil?
every day.
That's
I
gotta-
take care.
Got to do it.
Good on you.
Gotta do
Otherwise,
it.
you get the flakes in there.
I was
Well,
just thinking of the itch.
Flakes?
You always get
Dandruff.
you always get
You got to
flakes.
condition that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
The flakes that never melt.
Are we the only ones that know that?
I don't think I get any flakes, but
Well, you
I'm
probably
not a
do.
have that
beard
much of a
grower, so
beard,
that's
yeah.
that's new to me.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't grow a beard anymore.
You have scruff. You don't have a beard.
Well,
Yeah, I can't grow a beard anymore because the bottom turns white, and I look like a fucking skunk died on my face. It's terrible. It doesn't look good. It's
I
bad.
hope that it like slowly moves up and this turns gray, so then you only have this, and then this turns, and you just like slowly.
Yeah, I just slowly become a Hitler
But you,
mustache.
yeah, you got to stop there.
At a
Yeah.
certain point, you got to stop. I mean, you think about how many people might be. Now, I don't think anybody would be pissed. It's like, damn it, that was my style. I was
Yeah.
going to do that, you know. But
No, you know why he did
Adolf
that
took
though?
it because he's an asshole.
No,
What?
no, because in World War I, the gas mask, you couldn't have a mustache because it sealed up. So he saved his mustache. That prevented the seal on the.
You're
gas.
serious.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know
And
that.
then it's like it's my trademark.
The more you know. Hey, before we begin, let's throw some thanks and sponsor mentions. We just
Following up Hitler. Jesus.
Ambassador Cycling, people. That's right. This is the time to get things dialed in, especially when you spend so much time seated on your bike indoors. This is the same copy from last week, but it is important. You know that a small ache that hits you when you're outside gets a lot worse when you're stuck on a stationary bike. Get to ambassadorcycling.com today and book a time to get properly fit before you hurt yourself. POC Sports, people. That's right. POC is on board to keep us covered. The POC Cycling Collection includes helmets and apparel, as well as gloves and accessories for both men and women, and is developed to perfectly balance performance and protection. Kind of like a condom.
Was that ad lib or on your read?
No, that last part
all right.
was just me.
All right.
And
Yep,
I'd
okay.
like to thank POC, and I'd like to say thanks, and I understand you can leave. Speaking of which, let's talk up a new sponsor, people. Let's new sponsor this with a little happy noise. Right? Doer, people. This is a pretty cool concept, and this is coming off of their website, but we're gonna ad lib a little bit here. After decades in the jeanswear business, Doer's founder traded in his car for a bike. Get that? To adopt a healthier, active lifestyle. Unable to find a pair of pants which stretch to handle his commute and polish for a day of meetings, the need for performance denim emerged. We here at the Packfiller believe and use what we talk about, and this is no different. So, we'd like to welcome Doer to the show, and anybody have we're gonna be talking about them for the month of December. But if anybody has a little quick blurb, because we all received a pair of these pants, and I will all weather denim. I wore mine. I'm not gonna lie, I wore mine 3 days this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I think I look pretty fucking good in them. So, did anybody have a reflection, just quick, 5 seconds on what your first initial reactions are to them?
I mean, I think for somebody who doesn't keep warm well, they're great, especially that they're lined. And as like I have mentioned before, as a preschool teacher, I get things on my person, and so being able to just wipe it off is a really good aspect of these pants.
Yeah.
Not only waterproof, but urine-proof.
And snot.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
And
well,
snot, yeah.
I haven't found out about the urine, but I'll let you know.
That's
From
what I
the
thought you were
inside. They
referring
might
to.
be from the inside.
Yeah, from the inside, it just
that'd
runs
be
straight down.
interesting.
Okay,
Straight
yeah, no. Skipping.
Fuck, we should have got Jack a pair.
Yeah.
I would actually, throw on top of that too. Like, spent a day working around the house and was outside for a lot of that. And man, it's cold here in Spokane right now, so not freezing and not having to wear like long johns underneath my pants was awesome. But man, you can do a deep squat in those things. They
Yeah.
got plenty of give.
Yeah, the give, the crotch area. I'm not saying I'm well hung, but how it's designed. It's designed like a really good pair of cycling tights, but they wear like jeans.
Yeah.
You want me to say something?
Yeah.
I'll try and keep it short because my wife goes, I really like those jeans. Go buy
Really?
another pair.
No
But,
shit.
Yeah. So they're cuffed as they come cuffed. You saw that, and the doer on the
I haven't
cuff.
I haven't flipped them up. I just wear them straight regular. Wow.
No, they're cuffed and they have reflective like on where your stitching is.
Oh fuck.
They're designed for commuting, and this is coming. I was telling Renee, my wife and I went to a local winery where we go to on Tuesdays when I have my rotating day off, and we have wine. We taste wine and sit there and talk.
Before or after the show?
Before.
Oh no!
That's
fucking
hence
way.
the
You're always
my
so enjoyable.
entrance. Yeah. The entrance that didn't get on recorded.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was just telling her about it. I said, I'm like because of flexibility and stuff, and their design. I commuted since 2009 up to 2020 until I took this new job. And the biggest problem is I wear pants that would just, if you use standard cotton, even construction clothes, and ones that have, high rating for construction people. We all know it starts with a C. And they would soak up like sponges when I would commute, even with, yes, I had fenders on my commuter bike, but these repel, and but they're also stylish. And one of the things that, of course, is they're designed for that, so that the crotch is kind of a diamond shape. So
That's
it's
what
not
I was
crossed.
talking about.
Yeah.
But you said it better than I did.
Yeah, so you have
seams
your
in
two
there.
seams and your inseams coming.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you. I have a hard ball on my taint because of
The
commuting.
years of wearing Levi's.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
That'll always be there.
but they don't. I mean, they don't have that seam, and that's extremely stretchable there. And I wore the first time I wore them was to the Handel's Messiah, and we have this cathedral in Spokane, this St. John's Cathedral. I know I'm making it long,
This
right?
is really long. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I'm
got
sorry.
a month of advertising.
Okay, but I was wearing them, and I didn't do anything else but wore them to this concert, and they're fashionable for that. And this person tapped me on the shoulder and goes, "Those are the." I'm not shitting you. Those are the coolest jeans because I had the piping on the outside, which is the orange reflective, and the door actually. So the lighting at the cathedral picked that up, and they're like, "That's cool."
Interesting.
So there you go. There's my take.
For you guys out there, use the code PACKFILLER15 for 15% off all orders during the month of December. So go to shopdoer.com. That is DUER. DUER. I've had a half of a beer, I swear to God. Shopdoer.com. So there we go. Let's do this. I think we gave them their money's worth, don't you think? Actually, I have fucking good pants.
I love them.
They're really cool.
I love 'em, yeah.
I'm going to start early because last time we ran through the intro before we even got to the question. December is here. It is the month of dark beer, cookies, fudge, and blatant capitalism. And I guess it's okay to start listening to Christmas music now.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm allowing it. You are all okay. In fact, my wife was doing it when I came. That sounds worse. That sounds bad. My wife was listening to Christmas music before I came down, and I was like, oh, I like this song. Welcome to another ride into the life on two wheels. Welcome to the Packfiller. I'm Pat Bulger. With me are the members of the Packfiller. Let's ask the all-important icebreaker, shall we? Gentlemen, what is your most favorite comfort food? Comfort food. I'm talking like a dinner. Okay, so like your go-to comfort food. This is the time for us all to gain weight. Hopefully, some of you maybe equal to the amount I'm probably inevitably going to gain because I think about it and it's like, well, there's a pound. So that's my fucking curse. Although if the world comes to an end, I'll outlive you fuckers. So first off, he's the last true believer in Krampus, in my personal opinion, Mr. Palmain.
Krampus.
See, he even knows the fucker's name.
Yeah.
Mr. Palmain, how are you, man?
I'm doing all right.
Go-to comfort food.
No doubt, as soon as you asked, I knew exactly. Mac and cheese. Real homemade macaroni and cheese.
Have you had Beecher's mac and cheese?
No.
There's some homework.
I go any restaurant, I see that, I have to try their version.
Yep.
Yeah. So if I go to a restaurant and they see it, like when they
Really?
Don't you want something else? No, mac and cheese.
So
Love it.
do you have a recipe that you would make at home, or is this just
I try
going to
everything.
out?
I try
craft.
various craft.
Because I have a recipe.
He's still sick.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Send it to me.
I
And
make
I'll
it
try
with obviously cheddar, Parmesan, and Gruyere.
Yeah, I see.
good fucking
Those two are the best cheeses that I find. That's a combination.
I put broccoli in it though.
Well, you're fucking stupid. But
So then it's healthy.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm just vegetarian.
What's cheese made out of? Oh fuck.
it's not a dead
It's-
animal. It's not
It's,
meat.
it's
Yeah.
vegetarian.
It's
Yeah,
vegetarian.
dairy is
It's not
vegetarian.
vegan.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
vegan.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't kill milk to get it.
Yeah. Speaking of
Gallons
which,
of milk lined up. Got him. We got cheese tonight.
Oh,
honey.
nice shot, Bill.
Yeah.
speaking of which, he's the only guy in this room that gets excited over vegan pho. Mr. Sam Waybo.
So
That
good.
didn't even look like food.
So good. Oh. Well, since he went the cheese route, I'm going to go with something else just because. West African peanut soup.
Whoa.
If you haven't.
Fucking
I was expecting you to say that. I was just like,
I wasn't either.
that's like the last thing I was expecting. Most of
I
the
don't
time you
think
hear
I've
like burgers or like mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I've never heard those
Last
words
thing I was
together.
expecting you to
It's
say.
pretty
It's-
Pacific, yeah. Right?
I'm telling you, look it up. It is killer. I'll
Those-
send you guys a recipe.
Those four words I've never heard in
Yep.
in succession together. Wow, West
So I
African
believe
peanut
it's
soup.
like originally Kenyan or something like that.
Oh,
If
West
I'm
Africans
remembering
stole it, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. And that's the thing. I think it's, because I had a friend that was Kenyan and he was like, oh, that was one of my favorite meals growing up. But
Really?
that could have just been because it's everywhere. I mean, it's one of my favorite meals and I live in America.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, it's amazing. It's warm.
Okay.
It's put some spice in there and whew,
Oh,
good.
Okay. Third, he's the only guy with a victory in 2022 at this point.
Yeah.
Did you think about that? Well, I was going to say the chafe doesn't count.
why
No, it
not?
doesn't.
It's a
It was a
fun
start line.
Fuck.
Then you'd also have one as well.
Yeah. I shouldn't have one. But we don't count fondos, do we?
No.
We don't count
I'm
fondos.
just-
So Jackson's the only one with a
Yeah.
victory. So we need to think about that a little bit and rearrange our priorities and maybe, no.
I'm all in.
I looked at my beard and I went, no, I'll never leave you. Mr. Jackson Bolger, how are you, man?
I'm good, thanks. Let's see. I think, it's weird because Paul and
It's
I
DiGiorno.
are. Well, no.
Mr. Pizza over here.
Yeah. No, Paul and I seem to be cut from the same cloth when it comes
Yeah.
to a lot of answers we give to questions because mine's probably going to be mac and cheese as well.
Is it Kraft, though?
No, it's not cool.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's
It's coming
Annie's.
from your father, too. What the
well,
hell?
don't knock Annie's till you try it. So,
Kraft is pretty fucking
Yeah,
good, too.
yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I got to put a lot of pepper on it, though.
Yeah.
And it's good.
yeah, but probably like mac and cheese. From your mac and cheese, which you just described, even, and before you say anything, okay.
Jackson's got to preempt it.
So,
Shut the fuck up.
Have you ever had a?
Let me finish.
Yeah. Have you ever had a Stouffer's lasagna? Never had the mac and cheese before.
Stouffer's mac and cheese I remember that.
Pretty high quality.
It's that creamy stuff. And I remember when I was a kid, I didn't like it because it didn't taste like Kraft. That is my childhood. And that's probably why I have gained a pound just talking about it. My body's like, what? Sounds good.
I have to say, in my poor cycling days, Stouffer's was my go-to frozen stuff. But I had to doctor it up with better cheeses.
Yeah.
I added more cheese. And then like different peppers.
Did you eat the French bread pizzas? They made French bread pizzas. Stouffer does.
No.
I ate so many of those motherfuckers. I ate so many of those.
Did you eat Tony's too?
No,
mean-
it's like a 4 to 5 inch wedge of French bread, basically with cheese and tomato sauce and pepperoni on it. Little
Stouffer's
tiny.
made it?
Yeah, and you just heat them up in the oven, and they would tear the shit out of the top of your mouth. But they were so good.
Like Captain Crunch.
Or Fruit Loops, I was going to say. Basically, I'd start my day with a shredded mouth and finish it off with another dose. The only time I'd sleep, it's just blood all over my pillow. Me, I'm the guy that seriously might need to seek counseling after our topic discussion for tonight. Wink, wink. Preview of coming attractions. I'm Pat Bulger, and my comfort food is simple. And I bet Jackson can guess it. What's my comfort dinner, Jackson? My go-to dinner?
Oh, it's a steak and a baked potato and Caesar salad that doesn't really get eaten.
I eat the Caesar salad.
Yeah, but when I'm there, I didn't eat
I
it.
always eat the Caesar
Listen,
salad.
poking at it doesn't count. Moving the
grease out of the way.
But you hit it. I mean, winner steak dinner, because it is. I mean, exactly. That's it. A tenderloin steak, little tenderloin medallion, cooked in a cast iron pan, and then put in the oven. Baked potato and a Caesar salad. Whenever my wife leaves, that's what I eat. There we go. That's my thing, gentlemen. Let's switch from food to who's training. Sam, you mentioned. I'm going to just start with you. You're starting a second training block, and my eyes are closed because I don't know if I want to look into your eyes right now, because I'm upset at the fact that you're even thinking about a second, and I'm like going, yeah, where's my bike?
I gotta have another beer.
Yeah. I'm the idiot with fucking beer on tap in his house. I'm fucked.
Yeah, you are. That's bad.
You've been training.
Yeah. And it's ski season now. Yep. But I got in 3 indoor bike rides. Training rides? What do you guys call them? They're rides.
Exercises.
I got in 3 indoor exercises. And then, I went out and cross-country skied on Sunday for 6 miles or something like that.
6 miles.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long ways.
It was a long ways.
How long does the
10K.
ski take? How long does the
That
ski
was a
take?
longer one because we decided to do like the whole out and around. It was hour and 20 or something like that.
120. Wow.
Of constant moving.
What time did you get up to get there?
9
How long did it take you to drive?
hour. It was slow road, so an hour and a half.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to get home?
Hour and a half.
Wow. Okay. Great use of your day, man.
It was a great use of my day.
3 hours of driving.
Wait, okay, let's flip
3
this.
hours.
What did you do? What did you do in the morning? Woke up, made a nice
I got
breakfast, started drinking around noon.
No! 1:30. No, I was on the trainer a lot this week. What did I do? I got 3 trainer workouts in this week, plus strength training and a day of shoveling snow because we had a snowpocalypse, and I'm pushing to get at least 3 workouts on the bike a week. I gotta get 3 workouts a week.
3's great.
Yeah, that is not enough. I'm the kind of guy who's like everything.
It's
there's
enough
that-
to like not lose everything. In
There's the
spring.
demon that wakes me up in the middle of the night going, "You suck.
You're still fat.
Yeah, you suck. Everybody would. Roll over, pork." That's how I think of myself. And I'm in this quest to hit 10,000 squats. It's a 30-day challenge, and I'm not doing it every day. I'm not gonna lie. I do it when I'm at work. Every day I'm at work, I look at the list. I'm like, oh, I can do 440 squats today. So I just do them in the course of, throughout the day.
Your students don't catch you.
so
like
many.
No, I do it in my
break.
office.
Okay.
And I'm really worried that they're going to walk into my office while I'm going ee, up and down.
Come on in. And it scared the shit out of them.
I do it. Yeah. And then I'm also, because in my office, I'm working up to a 5-minute plank. So I'm.
Wow, good on you.
Yeah. So I
There's
I'm
no.
not doing
Hopefully, there's no cameras in there because that could be.
Oh,
Could
you know
imagine
what?
If there were cameras in an office.
Yeah.
Dude, if there were, people would be just like, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, just black that one out.
Yeah, it's
no
just,
good.
the guy's an idiot. Who else is training? See how I took your insult and I turned it around. See how I took your insult and I turned it around. Sam. I went, I'm doing shit.
Besides drinking.
Well, and drinking.
Good.
Yeah, I've gotten into it a little bit.
Glasses are heavy.
I've begun my, as I said, just beginning from scratch, training. So just, I know,
Sponsor
scratch.
mention. Sponsor
I was
mention.
thinking it when I
Yeah,
said it.
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just been doing Zwift workouts and my calisthenic workouts, and other than that, just waiting for the time to go outside.
You hitting the gym at all?
No, just I have a room now.
You do.
No big deal.
Okay.
He motivated me for my second round because it's like you were telling me you were like running at 700 and something watts and shelled at the end. I was like,
790.
I've been just hitting like sweet spot this whole time, just working on just like, so I'm like, this next round is just all high intensity stuff.
Fuck.
Well, because of that guy. I'm doing it because of him.
These are going to peak
That's
in
why you have a
February.
team.
Probably.
We influence each other in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the leader here, which is him, is drink. And which would be
I'm the,
so,
I'm the Darth Vader of the group.
the devil on the shoulder, and there's the
You
angels. There's got
shall
Jackson on this side.
Consume the 9% stout.
Jackson's on the shoulder going,
Yeah.
work hard.
Work hard.
800 watts.
And I'm on the other side.
Oh, fuck it. Let's drink 9% alcohol and some bourbon.
I didn't put bourbon on the bar until Sam got here. And I do want
yeah.
that to be said. And I do actually have to contribute to add to the fact that I put the fucking bottle on the bar tonight. This is my stash. And I'm a terrible person. Paul, how's your training going?
I get about 4 a day, 1 hour
4 a day?
indoor exercising on the stationary thing.
4 days.
4 days a week.
Okay, you said 4 a day. And I'm like,
4 days.
mother.
He's one up in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Sorry. That wasn't my intent.
Okay.
It is
No,
his
that's
intent.
good.
He's
That's
playing
good.
mind games with you.
You know what? This is honestly a good thing. This is what it all takes. It takes, and I love that it comes down to a horrible way to do it, to motivate each other. It's like going, I'm doing more than you, asshole. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna do more than you.
There you go.
asshole.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Yeah. Okay.
But I
I'm gonna do
have.
5.
All right.
Are
We'll
you
see.
really?
No, I'm not.
As soon as you hit that, then I'll match you, but not until then.
Hit it for more than 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas break's coming. Like
See, I'll tell you what. The Christmas break for a teacher, that's when to get fit.
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
2
no.
weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks for you. 6 months for me. I'm not. You guys think I'm joking?
No.
It's not
No.
a fucking joke.
No.
I mean, it's going to take me forever. But my goal is actually. I was going to get to this question later, but I'm going to throw it out there now. Do you guys gain weight in the winter? If so, how much? I mean, be honest. Like 1, 2, 3, 12,
It depends on
15, 18
Depends on
pounds?
the year. There's times where I've gained over 10 pounds.
Really?
But I've learned that in my 40s, you can't do that because it
Yeah.
takes 6 months to get that 10 pounds off.
Yeah.
When you're 20, it's no big deal. It's like in a month it's gone. So, but that's why I meant to lead into this. I hate indoor training.
Mhm.
I asked if Sam had a bike case. So next month, from the 10th, the 10th
You
to the
hate indoor
18th,
training?
yeah, I'm heading to Desert Palm and riding for 7 days straight
Screw you.
Wow.
at 70-degree weather. So,
This is over.
yeah.
Not doing the show anymore.
So, all by myself.
Wow.
But there's a guy that we all know.
Alone?
Yeah, I'm going alone. Renee's staying at home. I turned 60 in that time period. This is my birthday present. Since I'm not going to Belgium, you know, and I'm close enough to home, something happens to my mom, I can just jet back.
Wow.
But there's a guy that I know you know, and you probably know his son, Dan. You know Dan. Stu.
Yes,
He's a
Stu.
retired doctor, and he's down there till April, and I contacted him and started chatting with him, and Renee and I, my wife, talked about it. So I've already booked everything. Flight cost me $11.52.
What?
Wait, what? How? What?
Airline miles.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So
$11.
$11.
The fact that they still charge
52
you.
cents.
Who did you
well,
go-
that's tax. I can't.
Oh,
they
okay.
can't get
Who did
that.
you go through?
Delta.
You want to know what
Man,
that's cheaper
the
than?
best.
It's cheaper than a Stouffer's mac and cheese.
Yes, it is. Family size. Yeah.
You know it.
So I just cheaper than eating family size mac and cheese. I'm down in 70-degree weather, so for 7 days.
Man,
I'll be
that's
right.
awesome.
That's
And,
really cool.
Like, I would
I'll
just
send pictures, not of my feet like
Daily.
you would.
I include my feet simply because you're disgusted by them.
Well, we know that's a very popular. You know,
Yeah, that's
thing.
true.
Yeah, you got to make money off that.
I
You shouldn't be
should.
giving them away for free.
Yeah. Subscribe to Pat's Toes on Instagram. I bet there already is a Pat's Toes.
Probably.
Yeah, it's just like some
And
fucking.
Pat's Toe Jam.
Yeah,
and Pat's
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
you know.
yeah. Dude, that's really good.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Wow.
Small little bungalow, private pool. There's shared by 2 other people.
Jesus.
And I contact Stu and I said, this is where the location is. He goes, you're going to be right next to where all the, you know, you're so close to group rides and stuff. And so I'll reach out to him when I start heading that way. And then I'll use your bike box.
Yep.
Then you're going to retire someday and you're going to move down there. And
Yeah,
you're just
probably.
gonna be walking around with Birkenstocks and really fucking tall black socks. And you're going to go to eat at like
No, because the
4
tan
o'clock
line.
in
I can't do the
afternoon.
black socks.
Oh.
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tan line.
I would like also just say to plug, which I don't really want to plug any of the airlines, but I will say that like for people that want to travel the bike, the 3 major airlines do allow, like for you, it's like $25 to take an oversized bike. Like,
Bike
it's
bag.
just oversized bag now is what a
Wow.
bike is. So like when I go to Maui, it's oversized bag, so it's $25 each way.
Holy
Yeah, so it's
shit.
really not that hard to
No.
travel anymore with a bike.
United is the other one.
Yep. Yeah, and then I can't remember the third.
When do you, what dates? When do you
10th of January through the 18th.
Okay.
God, you're.
That just sucked the wind out
Yeah,
of my
I'll be sure to text you guys. And
You know what? I'm
Oh,
gonna do the
yeah,
same when I'm in Maui for 10 days.
I know. I'm throwing it back in your face.
Do you know that there was a exchange between all of us on social media a couple of years ago where you were wearing the Packfiller logo and you were at
the Allstadt Fest
Oktoberfest,
and
and
Nürnberg.
so my only comeback was I was in the parking lot of Trader Joe's in my car, and I had some fucking German beer, and I went, "All right, guys, I'm gonna do German beer, ha ha ha," and apparently that video has been circulating around the high school in which I teach for about 10
The German
years.
beer thing?
Yeah, my
That's
German beer, German beer. And I have occasionally kids walk up to me and go, "Hey, Mr. Pat, German beer." And I'm going, "What the fuck are you talking about? How do you find this?" It was like an Instagram post a long time ago.
Could be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is delicious. What is that gold? Oh, sorry. Continue.
That was yeah. Should we jump into should we actually do a podcast about bike racing?
Yeah, let's
talk
do
about
that.
bikes.
Yeah.
So let's go old school, and with our news headlines brought to us by our friends at Athletic Brewing. That's right, non-alcoholic craft brews just in time for the holidays. Want to keep the calories down? You want to keep a cool head with the relatives? Want to be able to make a quick escape when things get out of hand? How about feeling good enough to train on December 26th? This commercial's going a little long because I didn't get to say Athletic. Well, thanks to Athletic, you can do all that and still sip a proper IPA, stout, ale, or any of the massive flavors they offer. Get to Packfiller and click the Athletic link. Tell them we sent you. We are going to start off on a somewhat somber note, gentlemen. I'm doing this early because we all have something in our glasses. Italian police and prosecutors said Friday they have identified a 62-year-old German truck driver Packfiller as a suspect in the traffic death of Italian ex-pro David Rebellin. I always read it. There were so many of these riders I read, but I didn't get to hear their names because before TV, I guess. 51-year-old was killed Wednesday after he was hit by a truck while returning home on a training ride in the northern Italian region of Montebello Vicencio. I apologize if I mispronounced that. I'm pretty sure that Jackson. Sam, are you up to speed on this rider? Yeah, okay. And I apologize, Jackson. I don't mean to talk down to you because he's from the old school a little bit. He exemplified the passion of cycling, and he had just retired from pro cycling at the age of 51.
Right, he'd been racing but it wasn't world, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but he was still on a pro level, continental level team at 51. Angering the cycling community worldwide about rider safety on open roads, Italian media reports that 106 cyclists have been killed in Italy in incidents involving vehicles in 2022. I don't want to know what that's like in our country here at the United States. 106 in Italy is a lot. This is a true tragedy, but one that seems to be on the rise. And so is it, I'd like to throw out first off, I guess I want to, I don't want to get into the politics and the schemes and the podcast discussions about it, but to a cyclist and somebody several of us looked up to over many years and was a great champion, very passionate about it, about the sport, regardless of his flaws. A toast to the man.
David. I think he started in 1992.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. God, I was 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Wait, what? Oh, man.
That's a long career.
Yeah. He was passionate about cycling. He really was.
Yeah.
He made some mistakes like anybody in that era. But
absolutely.
Still, nevertheless, he never got caught again after he paid his penalty. So. And
he got to a point where he was going to retire and spend time with his family. And
yeah, that's it.
10 days.
Mm-hmm.
10 days he'd been retired. And that sucks. That sucks. And you know what? We've talked about cars versus bikes. So let's just move on. Toast to you, David. Remco to the Giro. Our second story. Quick Step Alpha Vinyl announced via social media on Wednesday the Remco Evenepoel plans to race the Giro d'Italia in 2023. Reigning Vuelta España champion. He merged. Well, we all know that shit. So, standing at the Duomo di Amalfi. I got to work on my pronunciation if I ever plan to, take my gig overseas. Wearing his rainbow bands, the young Belgian hinted that his reconnaissance of the Giro was already underway. And he said, I'm in Italy for the moment to do some recons. Wow, that was a great quote. Thanks, buddy. He's really looking forward to it. What do you think about this decision? I mean, the entire world is looking upon this guy thinking, Eddie. Is this a strategic decision or a developmental decision? Does anybody think about, where Patrick Lefevere's putting him in terms of his path to glory and champions, whatever it might be?
Yeah, I think that I think it's a really good developmental decision for him because I think sending him straight into the tour would have been a lot for him to handle. I think they're slowly building it up. I know they're all very prestigious grand tours, but I feel like the Vuelta, it goes the Vuelta, the Giro, then the Tour is the top step,
Yeah.
Everybody wants to win the Tour. But I think that it is probably the best step for him because I've been seeing the teams that they've been bringing throughout the years, just all of the different World Tour teams. And I think that as of last year's form, I think Remco right now would win the Giro of all of the World Tour riders that would show up to the Giro.
Yeah.
Mind you, that's excluding like Jonas Vingegaard and Tadej Pogacar and all those guys. But I think he has probably the best chance right now of the form that we recently saw.
Guys, developmental or strategic? What do you think?
I think developmental. Like my opinion on it would be that the Giro
We're all
is
leaning that way. That's
yeah,
interesting.
like because the Giro is a different race in the sense that it's a lot more punchy climbs,
Yeah.
right? Like it's as opposed to the Vuelta. Not that it's not punchy, but there's a lot of sustained climbs and stuff like that. And so you then combine the two of those and you get the Tour. So I think the natural progression is start one, go to the next, and then combine everything, and you got the Tour.
Am I the only one that has this vision of Remco not being that pure fall, hard ass climber?
Yeah.
Like a Jonas Vingegaard, like Egan Bernal, and things like that. I mean, and I'm going, is this too early?
Well, he went to the Giro, I remember, and he didn't really do that well.
Right, and
When
that's what-
Bernal won it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's I think the difference is like the Vuelta is a good step into it, and then the Giro's the next step, and if you can handle it there, then you can probably manage something of the Tour.
I think it's both. I think it's strategy and developmental. The Giro has 3 TTs. That's where he's going to make up ground. It's obvious. I don't think it's a big secret. He's never going to be a climber like in the potential of Pogacar or even Vingegaard.
Yeah.
So I think if the Tour had more TTs and the Giro had less, I think he'd probably end up going to the Tour. I mean, his advantage is the TT part, and a lot of the greats, Jean Concadil. I mean, that's how he won races, and Miguel Indurain, and you think about even Lance. Whoops, I said his name. But all those that is a big part of their strategy, and you have to play upon your strengths, and his strengths is definitely TT.
What would a Tour with? And by the way, none of us have talked, and I can say predominantly cycling journalism has not talked about Egan Bernal, about the thoughts of his return, about what level of his return, about any of that stuff. What would a Tadej, Jonas, Remco, and Egan Tour look like?
Yeah, I mean, that's a...
That would be insane.
That'd be so exciting. Yeah.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that, like, I think it's too early to speculate. Like, it's just like with Chris Froome when he crashed, and it was like, how is this going to play out? Is why I think there hasn't been a lot of talk about Egan. But, man, that would be absolutely incredible to see the teams come together. It would be interesting then, like, what would happen with like sprint stages and stuff like that, because you'd have like a true just divide for who's going for GC and who's going for stage.
That's 4 teams that would be dedicated
just to DC.
to GC. Yeah, that'd be unbelievable.
Yep.
Yeah, I think also it would be a really interesting matchup because we've never seen Bernal really race against Pogacar and Vingegaard before.
Yeah.
He was there not this most recent year, but the year before, but then he had to bow out because of his back, I remember. But it would be really interesting. I wish we were able to see that this year, because he is such not promising. He's delivered on his talent, but part of me worries that the nature of racing has changed so much in the years that he hasn't been around. That worries me a little bit because it isn't that same, Ineos strategy anymore. It's you have 2 genuine heavyweights fighting up against each other and then everybody else in its wake. So I'd be interested to throw Bernal in there. I mean, and I haven't really mentioned Remco, but Remco's such a different rider there as well. It's a lot.
The thing is like Pogacar just literally condensed an Ineos team into one person is the crazy thing. Like he took what Ineos did. Ineos, okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I'll do that myself. And then everybody else, hold on. Yeah. Like that blows my mind. And so it is, like you're saying, a totally different game because they literally just used to sit on the front until like they would just melt people off, right? Yeah. And you'd have 2 people that would be competing for the overall GC. It's not the case anymore.
He doesn't really melt.
If he gets to sit in your wake, definitely not. So, yeah.
Shit.
Well, that's the beauty of our sport. The thing is you can't allow that to happen. And Ineos had like this key, and everybody tried to mimic their style until somebody said, we got to come up with something to spoil that. And I think that you look back at Pogacar's first win, and he's like, go ahead, do a train, I can hang. I mean, you didn't have a team.
Exactly.
It's like I'm the back end of what you do.
Totally.
I can match everything you do.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want to set up 400 watts up this? Let's go.
That's fine. 450, 600, you name it.
Yeah,
I've
you
got
name it. Well, I'll sit right here all day.
790. Watch me.
And I also think, getting back to what we were talking about with Bernal, that I think that 2020 was a very pivotal year in the fact that I think that 2020 was almost the year that killed the Ineos strategy, because at that point everybody was racing for their last
Which
day.
started with Lance and his years. Can we agree that was a similar tactic?
Benesto did it.
No.
Benesto did it back in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, even Merckx's team, all those teams, there was always, you had a bunch of henchmen that did all the work and stuff and set you up for the final. I mean, that's people burn their matches to get you to that point, and then you had a talented leader that would, finish the work. That's the thing. So, it's an old style of racing. But
and I think now we're living in obviously we're living in a post like COVID era. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, it's still around, obviously, but it's not as prevalent. And I think that changed the sport entirely. Everybody was racing as if it's their last day, which made riders way more desperate, which made the attacking more prevalent.
That's a really great way to look at that tactical evolution. That's a great. I never
it's completely
thought
different now. I mean,
As
the
that.
El Patron is gone.
Yeah.
Because it could be your last day that you're racing.
Holy shit! I never thought.
I back that because you hear all the older cyclists like Gilbert and Matthews and all these guys say, "There's these young kids. They don't care. They'll dive into corners. They're taking more chances on the downhill than It was kind of like hey, listen, this is a dangerous descent. Screw you and." And at
I got my
kilometer
dropper
zero,
post.
Yeah. But at kilometer zero, it was like, okay, you let these teams, these pro continental teams go up, but it was not the pro continental teams. It was like world tour teams, and as part of their strategy.
Yeah.
And they already
big world tour teams.
Huge.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
I think that's part of it is
yeah.
because you're like, listen, we got to, it altered. It just kind of evolved to the point like, this is a different way to race, and let's stick with it. We're successful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. That story was awesome, and it took too long, but that's okay. So I'm gonna condense the last two stories, or the last story. B&B stands for apparently buy and buy. So we all know the story about B&B and the unfortunate turn that the team is taking. So I'm gonna get straight to the elephant in the room. What, Jay?
Can you expand? I don't know if I do know.
Well, basically, after seeing what looks like months of uncertainty, it looks like the saga's finally coming to a close. Jerome Pignot released the riders.
Wow.
So the team is basically
not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Writing's kind of on the wall.
Yeah. So the elephant in the room is yes or no, and I'll allow you a couple words to finish, and I'm looking your way, Paul. Mark Cavendish will have a team next year, yes or no, with a blurb.
I think he will have a team, maybe looking pink.
That's a good, possibly, yeah.
I really hope not, though.
Johnny, can you hear me? Jonathan Potters. Sorry, that was just a little musical theater thrown in there. Sam.
Yeah, he'll have a team. There's no way. I mean, I guess the thing did happen to Levi Leipheimer, or not Levi, Chris
Froome.
Froome.
Chris Horner.
Yes. Wow, that was
Chris Horner.
9% hits in a different way.
Does.
So, anyway, I would say it has happened before. We're a rider that has performed well in the past and is so close to like breaking records, doesn't get a new contract, but I'm going to guess that he's still young enough. He could get a win at the tour. what team is going to want to pick him up? I don't know.
Could you imagine being the team that gets Cav the record-breaking
Right.
win?
There's no way that like even a continental team that's going to get like a pass into it is not going to just be like, let's stack everything because maybe this
doing it.
It's not January 1st yet.
And is Cav asking too big of a price?
That's the thing. If he wants to ride, he's going to have to lower his price. And then, then somebody's going to say, okay, we have a spot for you. I think he's used to be in the driver's seat. He's in the back seat now.
Yeah.
But my only question about this whole thing is that BMC already sent their bikes for B&B. I want to know, are those bikes
Can we
on
get those?
for sale?
Can we buy one?
How much are they?
BMC.
Are
Yeah.
any of those guys
Yeah.
tall enough?
Do
they ride a 61?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
We'll take two.
Yeah.
The what's the other BMC team? Why am I drawing a blank?
Ajay Dessert.
Ajay
Yeah,
Dessert
Ajay.
bikes look beautiful.
I love 'em.
BMC. And BMC does not sponsor this show.
No.
They should,
Because we give a lot of ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but there we go. Random opinion time, and this has got to be quicker than the ones you guys do in the past because you fuckers talk too long. Talk to me about the UCI rule regarding number sleeves. Why are we still pinning numbers on, gentlemen? I don't know if you guys heard, but you cannot put numbers in number sleeves anymore. Why are we
Like
pinning
in the
numbers?
back.
Yes, I talked
God.
on.
Wait, pause. Like glue them on?
No,
Because
no.
most people glue them on now.
So Jersey companies
Yeah.
made like a see-through that
Oh,
you could
yeah,
slip
yeah,
them
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not acceptable.
I talked about this on the Cycling Legends show recently about the fact that we are still technologically so advanced that we have bikes that pedal themselves, but we can't do anything other than pin a fucking paper number on the back of a professional $1 million earning cyclist.
Yeah. Well,
Anybody?
I'll go real quick.
Yeah.
I understand as an official type of thing, all it takes is a little bit of dirt or something. It's hard to read those numbers. So
Yeah.
that's that. It doesn't work. Have somebody come up with another alternative. I'm sure the UCI
Just
would
glue
be
them
happy.
on.
And I think the concept of numbers is kind of dumb now.
You'll be all microchips.
Well, we do.
Yeah, no, I know.
we
Like,
technically
look at
do.
the back of their
I
saddle.
thought you were talking
Exactly.
like behind the ear or
Yeah.
inside
Oh, yeah.
the neck.
Yeah.
Or,
Well, that's what Bill Gates has been up to, right?
yeah,
But-
right? Yeah, that's our cell phones.
If we're not going to if they're not going to be used for timing chips,
Yeah.
realistically, what's the point of having numbers?
Totally.
Is it a backup though? That's all I'm saying. Because there is some situations where it's not reliable, but
Media.
on the Pro Tour, I have to say that's foolish because cameras, they're all over the fucking
Well,
place.
now
Yeah.
media identification sometimes when you're a broadcaster and
Yeah.
you're trying to identify a rider.
Yeah.
Now, what I brought up on that show, and I want to bring this up again, why can't we follow professional sports in the United States and give riders numbers on their jerseys? So, number one on EF Education First is insert rider's name here. Number one on Ineos can be, you can have
So
two
it's
number
the
ones.
same every
It's
time.
different through the whole season.
That's not a bad idea.
We print off enough kits.
Did you just
in
come
this
up with
world.
a good idea?
Don't tell anybody.
Okay. Wow.
Why can't we have permanent numbers on their kits for the entire season? I'm talking rain jackets. I'm talking
mean,
all
it's
this
the-
kind of stuff. How many kit manufacturers are constantly turning out jerseys?
Is
I mean, look
LeBron
at-
James 21, then 22, then 23, then 14, and 16? It's like that's the same thing as cycling,
Only if he
right?
switches
Just make
his
him
team, he changes
Yeah.
because-
23.
Yeah.
Well, and
And they can retire a number. Let's say Miguel Indurain retires from your team. So guess what? Benesto's never going to have a number 12 again. Fine.
if they can print rainbow bands on the world champions jersey, they can easily print numbers on their jerseys.
And if they can print a leader's jersey in less than an hour,
Right.
Yeah.
they can do this.
That
This is just
perfectly
fucking
tailored.
stupid. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm right. We all agree.
Wow, that's a
I think you got
Dear
Okay.
Diary,
it needs some
Pat was right.
tuning, but
this
I
what
think
you
it's
think?
in
Yeah.
the right direction. Yeah,
Okay.
without a doubt.
Is this what you think about it at night?
Yeah, that's when he's up at 3 o'clock
Pretty
in the
much.
morning. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I should be training, but I'm just like, no, I'll sleep.
Where's that bourbon?
Where's the bourbon? It's in a baby bottle on my nightstand.
It doesn't spill if you tip it upside down.
That's right.
God.
Michelle,
wife's-
knock it off.
Just rolls over and looks and goes, fuck.
It's like we have to wake up to the dog licking its paw. That's Pat drinking out of his bourbon bottle.
Yeah, I just blame the licking on the dog. It's a bad dog.
Yeah.
Bad
me,
dog.
honey, not me.
You're a bad dog. Let's get to this topic for the night, you guys. It is the time of giving, the time of receiving. And I know that each of us has a list of things we would love to see under the tree, but what happens when, let's say, I don't know, this is the topic that I said at the beginning of the show I was going to have some severe fucking emotional problems with. Let's say you have, 17, 18 bikes in your house. And although you'd love one or two more, you simply just don't want the TV crew from Hoarders showing up at your house and staging an intervention. So I want to talk about downsizing. We always talk, thanks to Frank and our friends at Veluminati, and I love Frank, and for those of you guys who bash Veluminati, you can fuck off. About the N+1. What about the N-1? Is it okay for cyclists to downsize? And I know Paul's a minimalist. I know I'm a hoarder. I know Jackson's just starting his collection. And Sam, you have a basement too. You have a lot of stuff. Let's get some perspective. How much shit for cycling do you have? And do you feel it's too much, just enough, or not enough?
Well, as someone who doesn't really have that much,
Well,
I do have a good amount.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put that off. But
How many bikes? Dude?
I currently have, including my one on my trainer, I have 5 bikes.
5.
That's plenty.
2-bedroom apartment.
4, I'm not going to tell you where they are because that is a personal thing.
My boy.
But
One is in the bed.
BMC's really close.
yeah,
Yep.
well,
Yeah, that's
well, it's planted right on the ceiling of my own bedroom.
There
so,
we go.
better than a mirror.
Jeez.
I was going to make that kind of a joke, but I felt dirty.
Well, it's good you didn't make that one. But I find that I don't have a load of bikes. I know that somebody else living in my apartment who's probably watching right now might disagree with that. I just have a lot of the little stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have 2 bike computers. I have probably 15 pair of gloves at my house. I have a bunch of that stuff. But I use a good majority of it. I usually buy for what, in terms of cycling, not other stuff. I usually buy for what I need.
You have a lot of fucking shoes, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm
And did she just text you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect timing.
Jackson just reached over and tapped his
my
Apple Watch.
Not
Like,
gonna read it.
My
Marriage is gonna be great.
Yeah.
It
is. That's funny. I think I'm the opposite. I think I have way more cycling stuff. I'm a minimalist when it comes to things. Oh gosh, I have enough shirts that get me through Monday through Sunday.
Okay.
And then I just do it again the next day or next week.
Really?
Man.
Oh yeah, I'm minimalist. But when it comes to bike,
Yeah.
I could tear apart any bike and rebuild it with brand new parts because I've
'Cause
got
you have
extras.
it.
Because I'm
You
like,
have it.
well, I don't want to be stuck without it.
Yeah.
Well, that's your job too, though.
Yeah,
That provides that.
yeah, that is true with Bike Fit. That's true. But yeah, I just think that when it comes to bikes, man, you made me think. I have a pair of, really nice S-Works $400 shoes that are sitting in my basement. That I'm like, well, I mean, I want them in case I need them. It's I haven't worn them in 2 years because they're my last pair. But it's it's excessive. You don't need.
What
that.
if the liberals come to the door and I can't get shoes anymore?
Take my shoes.
Get back. Stay away from the S-Works.
It's a Belgian made over and under 12 gauge.
But I mean, I think that I've condensed it. I am minimalist like Paul in a lot of ways, in that why do you need more than a road bike? I've now expanded into gravel. But my mountain bike didn't get ridden last year. It didn't. And I don't know if it will get ridden next year. Unless
But are you going to get rid of it?
nope.
There we go.
Yep. No, I'm not getting rid of it.
Yeah. Paul, take us to a
He hasn't got rid of
minimalist.
his either.
Take us to a minimalist perspective before I talk about
How many
Do you want
bikes
me
do
to
you
pour
have? How many
Maximalist.
bikes do you have?
3.
I can get up and get it.
I have my road bike, which
Yep.
gets ridden 90% of the time. I have a TT bike that I fought since, I don't know, the dawn of time to have, and I've actually raced it once. And then I have a commuter bike that was actually given to me, and it's kind of collectible. It's a Benserata T-Max mountain bike, 26-inch wheel.
So you have a
with
mountain
the
bike.
XT. Yeah, but it's not rigid
mountain
forks,
bike.
rigid.
Yeah, mountain bike.
But I took off the inner ring. It was a triple,
Yep.
and I took that, and that was my commuter bike.
Yeah,
So
that's a good commuter bike.
I could have poured for
This
you.
is
I'm
embarrassing.
just saying.
My hands are fucking soaked.
But I have one bike computer that was given to me by Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have enough jerseys that
Has
I
it
can
ever been mounted on your bike?
never.
Okay.
Well,
No, he
technically
puts it in his
2.
pocket.
Yeah.
2 that have been given to you by.
Yeah, I gave you
Yeah.
a Garmin. which
Yeah,
is
and I
over
gave
there.
it back. Yeah.
And it's over there, and
Yeah.
it's just sitting over there
I
dead.
don't need it to take up a.
It's right there.
You know,
I
counter
could show it
space.
to the audience.
And then when it comes to gear, I just like tools are the things that frustrate me because I've been involved with cycling since 1985. So
Yeah.
free
Yeah.
wheel tools.
Yeah.
I still have a couple. I'm like, what the hell am I hanging on to
I'm
those
the same
for?
way, man.
The
I'm
tool that-
toss- I'm
what was
tossing
it? The
those.
fork tool that you would like rebend a steel fork
Oh,
with?
yeah. Yeah.
You have that, don't you?
No, I don't. I don't
Oh,
have
okay.
any straight
Who did
frame.
I sold my
stuff.
my fork bender to Gary.
That's it.
Yeah, I had a fork bender. Rake. She
You
created
can
a rake
align
and
the
a fork.
forks.
Yeah.
And I don't have a table. Do you still have your table? Alignment
No,
table?
my brazing. No, my
All your
Henry
brazing stuff went
James
to-
stuff. I gave that all to Gary Sellner.
And
yeah.
I probably used it when I worked for
You
him,
probably
so,
did. Yeah. I spent a lot of money on that.
So, you know.
I have all my files.
I'd rather have somebody else. I have a firm belief.
I have like $500
filing metal?
in files from frame building. Yeah. Yeah.
Rat tails.
God, you guys are old.
Yeah. From
It's
building
actually-
Any Di2 stuff?
No. I don't have anything
a waste of
electrical.
time. Yeah.
I don't even. No. But yeah, that I try to keep it basic. Probably clothes wise, I have one deep cold gloves. I have medium, and then I have standard knitted gloves, and then that's it.
Am I the only one that finds the humor in the fact that Jackson has 15 pair of gloves and your hands are turning pale as we speak,
Yeah.
and you're the one with like, I'm only keeping 4
Well,
pair.
I only keep the ones that work. I'm
Yeah.
not going to keep.
Oh,
and
okay.
so
Okay.
I have some Gore deep warm gloves.
Yeah.
That I use when it's below 32 degrees.
I have some
Then I
Everlast boxing gloves that you wear when it's really cold.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't work, I get rid of it.
Talk to me about the. Actually, I keep avoiding the elephant in the room that I am.
That
a
you're a
hoarder.
hoarder.
Am I a hoarder or
You're
I'm
a hoarder.
collector?
You're a hoarder.
See,
How much of that stuff is like collectible?
To me,
See,
That's
that's
the
a
thing.
hoarder.
I have every jersey from the team I started with since 1982. Every team, every jersey. I was not on the team for about 4 years. CP gave me the jerseys in replacement. They used to be hanging behind me.
Yeah, I remember that.
In this show, and I was proud of them, and I still have them.
Yeah,
don't
you have
know.
a problem.
Here's
Am I?
Here's the thing: if it's important to you, then that's fine. I don't think anybody should make that judgment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you've mentioned it in the past where you get attached to bikes.
Yeah.
You give them
yeah.
names. I have no attachment.
You don't.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? If I curb stomped your BMC right now, you wouldn't care?
I'd be a bummer because I'd have to switch to disc brakes. Because
Wow, you are soulless.
it is.
See, yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I cherish that bike. I clean it, but I don't have a attachment. You could give me another bike equivalent. I'd be very happy.
Somebody gave me a bike
Yeah.
today. I would feel horrible for my bike.
Yeah.
I would be sad
What is
for my
wrong
bike.
with you people?
Jackson,
insane.
are you the same? Would you feel bad for what's your current bike's name? You have a fucking name for your bike.
Bev.
Bev.
Yeah. Would I feel bad? I mean, if it's a pro tour level bike, I don't know if I'm really gonna feel that bad, but
Wow.
You mumbled that though as a joke, but you didn't want your bike to hear it.
But my bike is a very specialized. I feel like it's a very specialized type of bike.
Sure.
So if I were to receive like a climber's bike, like a lightweight climber's bike, that's a different
Switch
story.
around.
Yeah.
Add one more to the stable. So what about this one bike to rule them all thing?
Quiver killer.
Yeah. The endurance bike that can go off road and still keep up in a crit.
Unicorns aren't real.
Can we all say yay or bullshit on 1, 2, 3? 1,
Bullshit.
2, 3.
Not real.
I didn't even get to 3 because we're all bullshit. Because that is just stupid, right?
No.
Can we agree?
Mm-hmm.
I love our friends at Mojo, but there is not one
No.
bike. There is not one bike.
No, you can have
Well-
one if you want to do everything average. You can have one bike.
Yeah.
If
And
but
that's fine if somebody wants. They're
Yeah.
not like we come from. We want high performance.
yes,
And so, yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But if you're a guy that's like, there's a local crit, and I have
wanna
this
jump
gravel
in it.
bike,
throw on some 25s or
Yeah.
28s, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
then
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't
Totally.
have a problem with that,
No,
and nor will I disparage them. So
yeah, that's great, but there is no one bike that can do everything at the racing
that's an
level.
industry
That's a unicorn.
yeah
They aren't
industry
real.
myth.
Yeah.
It's like they want
Wait, what?
everybody to say
Yeah.
that.
Anything else you could lose in your life? I mean, for example, Paul's going to be upset about this. I have a set of rollers, and I never ride them.
I gave
Never
those
ride
away a long time ago.
No, I mean, I'm just thinking about the random. There is a lot of random shit in this house, but are there anything in your life that you're like, I should get rid of this, but I really don't want to?
Well, if you look in my regular closet, there's a lot of shit that I could get rid of.
Clothes,
But yeah.
like human clothes,
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
cycling clothes.
But I think
I said human versus.
civilian
We're not.
Yeah.
We're not giving.
Civilian wear.
I mean, to be really honest, like, how much do I ride my mountain bike? Not that much.
Yeah,
Um,
your mountain bike is begging for a shotgun blast to the head.
Put
So-
me down.
It's that old dog who's just like going, yeah, I love you, but fucking let me die.
yeah. So I mean, I think there's that, which is a whole thing to deal with.
Yeah.
Mind you, I have a set of like 25, not 25, but 700C wheels that are just kind of sitting in my garage right now.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bent rim and everything. It's like those I every once in a while use for my gravel bike. It's like I just have like things that don't get a lot of use but get some use.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's like the crux of what we're talking about is that
Yeah.
like we have things that get some use but not really that much use.
I have a 7-speed Mavic GP
I get rid of it.
Yeah.
Somebody out there is going to give you money for that.
I have like 5 sets.
Yeah.
I
Somebody's
have
gonna give
Matrix
you money.
ISOs.
You could sell those on eBay for a lot of money. I
Really?
bet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you're going to find somebody who's going to pay money for that stuff. And even my older brother came up. He's got an Eddie Merckx. Remember the oh gosh, what was the name of the team?
Molteni?
It starts with a W. They were sponsored Wiesemann, or not?
Oh, Weinmann's La Suisse. No, they didn't ride.
No,
Merckx's.
there was. I can't remember the
not
team.
the cow one.
No, it's green and anyway, it's
Yeah.
an Eddie Merckx with 7-speed Durace down 2 shifters.
Oh,
and
See, I'd buy it.
and he
I'd
said,
put it in
you know,
the
do you know
bed.
anybody
I'd
who'd
put it
want
in
that? I'm like, and it's a 58,
Me.
which is like
58? Fuck, that's my size.
Do you want to buy it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
talk to you after the show.
I don't have
And-
the money.
And I told him, I said, to
If
be honest
I-
with you, you can. It'll be dirt cheap, but it's a couple $100. I mean, he's a Scotch drinking, cigar smoking gentleman, so
I'll
you know
take
he
care of
could. That's something that he could buy a box of cigars with or something. So
Is it in good shape?
yeah,
See,
because
this
he
is-
didn't ride much.
We're feeding my disease right now. It's just like going, hey, Pat, I hear
This
you like to
started
drink.
with
Want another beer?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I've told to stop.
It's like the difference between saying you're homeless and you're a nomad.
Yeah,
It's just a fancy word
Yeah.
for your issue.
yeah.
This
Well
is like
put.
it started with, hey guys, I need inspiration to clear out my garage too. Can I get that bike?
I know.
Was
You
it
just
take?
gotta-
Yeah.
You've just, for those of you listening, you've just witnessed the circle of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to make fun. I shouldn't be making fun of addiction.
The Wyman team.
Yeah, Wyman.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
Oh,
late or mid 80s.
Okay. So before we get to our next step, which is our Christmas segment of the series, Sam, do you want to? We talked about the concept of new segments to the show, and we talked about, and I want to open this up, and I didn't even tell you about this. I want to open this up to the listeners who might have, in case they didn't know when we talk about Bike Fix Sam, we're talking about you. If I think it'd be cool to open up a segment that if the listeners want to provide questions about fit, about all that kind of stuff, to send that to us, and that could be kind of a fun segment in the show. But we talked about maybe kind of throwing out a soft launch of a quick tips with Bike Fit Sam. Did you have any kind of a tip or little things? And I do want to say it's brought to you by you and your organization with Ambassador Cycling.
Yep. Yeah, no, I thought it would be a cool idea to like start, if people have questions about like, oh, this is bothering me, what could I do? Because a lot of those, there's a reason for it. But whenever I'm doing a bike fit, I always start with down at the cleats. So I thought start with the cleats and getting that set up properly, because that will fish out a lot of problems for us. So whenever we're going to set up, cleats on like clip-in cleats, we're going to take that ball of your foot, everybody knows, right behind your big toe. And then you're going to take that's called your first met head. The base of your pinky toe is called your fifth met head. If you make a line on those two, and then you flip your cleat over, right? So we're looking at the bottom of the shoe now, and you have two notches that are your first met head, second met head. Put a line in the middle of that, and that's where your cleat should be, fore and aft, so front and back. Wow. Right? Okay. Yeah. And
so
then
that'd be dead center of your cleat?
Yep, that's the dead center of your cleat. And you'll on a lot of cleats, they actually say center, and there's a line. So line that up, right? You take those two lines, and then you just the middle of that, put the cleat right there. And then depending upon we have great examples here. You versus Jackson, narrower hips versus wider hips, right? We either are going to bump our cleats.
I'm not offended by that.
We got childbirth and hips.
Jackson just went,
I like something to grab onto.
Jackson
I was talking to Jackson and the wider hips.
Oh, no, we all understood what you're saying. Jackson immediately went, oh, fuck, you screwed up my dad even more.
Something to grab onto, are you kidding me?
This is a great. I love it. Okay.
You were doing so well, Sam. It was good.
I tried this out.
Jackson's in tears.
Okay.
Snot's
We're
coming from his
circling.
nose.
We're
ladies and
circling
gentlemen.
back in.
He's in control of the cameras.
Upon
Yeah.
your hip width, you're either going to want your cleats in if you have wide hips, or out.
Okay.
Because it's opposite, right? So if you have your cleats further out towards the outside of your shoe, that makes your stance
You
more
don't mean
narrow.
pointing in like pigeon-toed or
Yeah, so
duck
then
tail.
that's where it then gets more
Because I am
complicated.
pigeon-toed, and I
Yeah.
naturally always grab my cleats, and I assume that I'm going to ride like a goofball. And
Totally.
I push him in.
Yep, and that's where we can get into more of the complicated, adjustments of how you do rotation, and that's what's the coolest part about my job is that everything is
Yeah.
opposite. It's what makes my job so great, right?
Wow. Paul and Jackson are still laughing like
I know.
girls.
They're trying to
They
hold
really
it
are.
together, and they're really doing great.
I was writing down notes.
He was trying to.
I was going to provide the
know.
childish commentary and say that he said ball and head in the
Yeah.
same sentence, but you guys just ran with it.
Yep.
You guys are sick fucks.
Yep. Well, and here's what I love is that as soon as I pointed out a more slender figure versus you're something to grab onto.
Are you kidding me?
It's everything that you had written down went out the window. But anyway, I wanted to just start the idea of if anybody wants to throw out ideas, I'd love to answer questions with like, hey, this is a great way, because a lot of them have a very direct, like, if we're talking about rotation on the cleats, if your feet are too far in, your heels aren't able to come out, that's a knee pain that's specific, right?
Wow, okay. And we're going to probably get people with specific issues, which could be a really good concept to bring in. So there we go.
If you have questions.
I'm going to come up with this little jingle and maybe a little, things like that, and we'll do it. And Paul's in tears. Jackson is too. Both of you guys are
This is amazing.
I'm really glad we separated. Paul's wiping his eyes away. Wow.
Man.
Sam.
Caught me off
10
guard.
out of 10.
I thought it was really good.
Thank
I
you.
thought
Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you.
good.
I think your comment was really good too.
Which one?
Something to grab onto.
That was
No, that was Paul.
that was
That was Paul. That was not me. That's why these both are in tears, because they both are fucking children. And I'm
You're
saying
trying
that.
to be reining us in here.
This isn't my
No.
show. It doesn't belong
You know
to
what?
me. I don't pay for the
Oh,
LLC.
you were supposed to lead the show tonight.
He was supposed to.
He was, but by the way, I don't think we need to rely on Jackson to rein us in, because he's
He does
the
it all
baby.
day.
We don't need to traumatize the child. So I hope you're watching on YouTube, everybody out there, because usually I wait for about a week and a half to 2 weeks from now to do this, but I just think this is too good to pass up. And every year I like to kind of have some fun and get a little Christmassy on your asses. And yes, we are going to talk about a Christmas gift recommendation, but I had some fun this year.
Well, here we go.
This is the best part.
Now I want you to know, and I hope you're all watching on YouTube, because this is fucking priceless. I want you to know that even though it looks like it isn't, I fucking spent some money on you guys.
I'm sure.
It's just some of the shit you get is like, wow, that's okay. But anyway, I think personally a lot about this, and I started on this in early October.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have each a gift.
Wow. You're losing control there, Pat.
Yeah, my mic swung. Who should I start with? No, I'm doing Paul last because Paul's perfect. I'm going to start with Sam, because Sam's been the most offended tonight because you fuckers and his birthing hips. Sam, I have no other way to explain this than to hold it up. And I hope my cameras get it. This is an ugly, it's a sweater, but it's not a sweater. It's more plastic.
Yeah.
But it says, "That's what I do. I drink bourbon. I hate people. And I know shit. I know things."
I know things.
And
Shit's
it's a
better.
bear drinking bourbon.
That is
So you have to wear that on a show before the season
Oh, I
ends.
will definitely.
Sam got an ugly Christmas. By the way, in case you guys didn't know, it's a similar common fucker team.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it's,
I'm sure.
Jackson,
Shit.
Oh my god.
I had no other, and you know what?
Now Bender's all
Bender's excited. He said,
Yeah.
"Where the fuck's mine?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Bender's is like, I lick my feet, and I lick my feet, and I lick my feet, and then
Lick my
Dad
balls.
blames me for drinking bourbon out of a baby bottle
nibble.
at night. Jackson, I don't know if you like your nickname,
Okay.
K-Dub.
Nightwing.
but you're not only stuck with it once.
That's sweet.
Forever.
These
But-
are more like hockey jerseys.
But you're
Kinda
stuck
cool.
with it twice
Two of them.
because they sent me two.
Sweet.
And these are huge, by the way. Your guys are going to be swimming in these.
That's
It's a
perfect.
Nightwing
how they're
ugly
supposed to
Christmas
be.
sweater. Yeah, I have one in here for Jack, and it's still in plastic. Let's just give a hint to what Jack's is. I hope Jack's not watching.
Oh,
I got
wow.
it. That's nice.
That's perfect.
yeah.
Well, that's
And
Is the camera on it?
Jay, are they huge?
no, they're my size.
Yeah.
I got
That's totally-
I got
yeah.
everybody a large.
With some hockey pads and stuff like that, that'll be fine.
So I got. So
great.
Jackson's Nightwing. Paul, I mean Sam. Oh my God, that's fucking huge. Sam's wearing one. It looks like a flag. Jesus.
It'd be great. It'd be great.
Apparently, large in China is simply huge.
Which is funny because normally when you buy that stuff from China, it's like
super small,
super tiny.
Yeah. So my last gift is for my friend Paul, who is the biggest pain in the ass to shop for. Because let's be honest, it's
my wife would agree with you.
Yeah, it's like if it isn't Doer pants.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that's what she said.
Yeah.
I'm not going to whip out a pair of Doer pants, but I am. Paul, I had to order this 4 times. It got canceled 3 fucking times.
Wow!
And it is another cheesy.
Like, there's no way.
Another cheesy Christmas sweater. But, ladies and gentlemen.
Orval!
Whoa!
It's an Orval brill.
That is
Look at
great.
the size of this thing. It wraps around me.
It's perfect.
And if somebody says these are knitted, they're on crack.
Is that what
These
it
are
came
all
as?
Plastic. What?
Did it say knitted?
Yeah, they
It's
said
got some
ugly
dents
Christmas
to it.
sweater.
Yeah, it
got
does.
some dents to it.
Especially when you have 2 of them.
Yeah.
You have to wear both.
Yours has like a little Lego man at the bottom too. It's like,
Yeah, I know. That's what I love.
I will
about it.
say.
Nightwing.
I will say, if you've ever, people might think I'm nerdy. If you've ever played Minecraft
Yes.
before, this is very Minecrafty.
think
What?
think you're nerdy.
I love
Well,
the bourbon.
we're all
train.
talking about pikes.
Paul's putting this on already.
Yeah.
Not over the headphones. You'll get your cord stuck. It's already
I
stuck.
got it.
9% stout.
Whose idea was that?
The 9%
Yeah.
is you guys. You
Oh,
drank
yeah,
it
you're
last
right.
week
You're
as a
right. That is
taste
funny.
You
test.
didn't get to taste.
I didn't, and I
you
tasted it
did.
this week, and now I'm in.
Wow, that is a good sweater.
Wow, do you have one?
I don't.
That's stupid.
All right, the 3 of us.
Yep.
What
Yeah.
do we find?
No,
Yep.
no. I have my Batman one that I will wear for the show. And it's all about giving. Oh my God.
They're
Jackson-
hockey jerseys, actually.
Yeah, it's
Is the
amazing.
Yeah.
camera on, Paul, right now?
Yeah.
That's fucking gorgeous.
Hang on.
You know. There she is, Miss America.
Candid shots.
Go.
Oh my God! When I saw that, I squealed.
It's amazing.
And you woke your wife again.
Yeah.
She goes, go back to that nipple bottle.
We give you a biggie for a reason.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
So perfect.
It was. I just because I was like Belgian beer Christmas sweater. So I'm like, this is gonna turn up into some fucking thing that Dismount Dave is just like, can be
And
like,
down here,
yeah,
it's the proper glass.
it is.
Yeah.
Wow, it is.
This is
Wow.
the proper
Which we have one back behind us, and one which, if the listeners remember, you broke once upon a time on the punishment episode.
Yeah, because CP was watching me when I'm sprinting, and the thing was vibrating off the table.
Yeah.
Because of my massive power.
Yeah. 700.
You're not supposed to laugh at that.
220 watts.
Yeah. I'm maxed out.
Should have said 420 because 420 is funny. So, let's continue with our Christmas theme. First of all, Merry Christmas, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Second of all, I asked you guys to come up last week. It was under 50.
Right.
This week it's under $100, and yes, I said, I was like, yeah, we should pay some sponsor bills and make it through. Ooh, God, I keep saying the other competitive cyclists. But this time I allow you to open it up to anybody and to anything you find under $100 that you think would be a really cool Christmas gift. Probably, let's be honest, for yourselves, because we're selfish pricks, right?
Oh, this is so perfect. Continue.
Oh no. Okay. For example, mine is predominantly because I was honestly looking through our friends at POC. I was looking at POC, and I swear to God, to all the people listening to the show right now, I was not doing this to get sponsor dollars, but POC has a thermal glove for $90, and that sounds like a lot for a pair of gloves, but I'm like, that's got to be legit. That's got to be good. I haven't worn them. I'm a firm believer in warm hands, happy ride. And they have, Paul, right, too, yeah. And in fact, they also have thermal shoe covers for the same price. So I was like, holy shit! I haven't tried them, but I was like, that's where I would send somebody. It's like under $100. This is what I'd like. Is $100 too expensive for a stocking stuffer? Are we getting out of control? Not nowadays.
Everything's $100.
Yeah. I love you in that
With
sweater.
inflation.
You are fucking sexy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
amazing.
have room to eat whatever.
I like your knitted sweater.
knitted with fucking recycled water bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear I spent money.
I love.
No,
love
I
this.
can see
I believe
that.
it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't need that approval, but I
It
just
helps.
wanted you guys to know that I care. Anybody else got something under $100?
I sure do. I said a Strava premium subscription.
That's a great idea.
I really enjoy it because
That's a really good idea.
right? They have this feature where you can in the approximate area of where you are at that current moment if you have location services on, it will give you a route within this certain specifications that you put into it. So you can do cycling, you can do running, you can do all sorts of hiking, all sorts of different things, and it'll just give you different
So you could say I want to ride for an hour and a half, and it's gonna pump out.
or
a route.
a specific mileage.
Holy
So
fuck.
if you want to do 30
I'm a
miles,
Strava premium member, and I didn't even.
I didn't know.
yeah,
that.
you do it with maps. It's great. Or you could look actually at your power numbers and your heart rate numbers. You can't do that with regular
Basic.
Strava.
Yep.
I need
So-
to delve farther into my Strava account. I
Mhm.
think I'm spending too much money to find out if I'm 15th or 18th at the top of a climb.
That's a free
Yeah.
subscription. And it
No, but I'm not though.
yeah, but that's what you could
Yeah.
be doing.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
that would work perfectly because I'm going to Desert Palm to ride. So we can-
Yeah, and it's
So-
You made me break my
Smear it
pen.
in our face.
well, I use it. I used it when I lived in Portland.
Did you?
Yeah. When I didn't know anything about where I lived,
Yeah.
it gave me a bunch of really great routes training for BWR. And I finished BWR, so there's a testament to it.
Yeah, damn right. Fuck. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, okay. So funny, the whole for you thing. I was being selfless here. And I thought that I would like to buy my wife Castelli Unlimited bib shorts.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Oh, I'm training in my
They got pockets on this side. So she's carrying the snacks.
Oh.
And then
Okay, so that's not selfish. That's
that's true. That's a good
that is selfish. That's being a prick.
That is a good point. All right, I'm feeding into this. And then I'm also going to buy some Castelli Corsa Pro socks because those things are legit.
The $90, the $100.
They're $20, so we
Oh,
got 75
so you
and we
75
got
and-
20.
Oh,
$5
two
off.
things.
Fine.
$5
So you went,
under.
$5 left.
honey, I bought this for you.
Yeah, and this one's for me.
But this is never gonna be seen.
Exactly.
I see what you
Yeah.
did there.
You
That's
like
good.
that? That's
That's
what I
very
do
good.
most of the time.
That's
Don't
very-
tell her. Oh God, she's listening.
Yeah, she might be listening. My wife doesn't listen.
Man, that is yeah.
Emotional issues.
I
Add it to the stack.
I figured that'd be the case, and then I came home one day and found otherwise, and I was like, uh-oh.
She had good things to say though.
Yeah.
Paul.
Just throw that out. Just say Paul made me say that.
Paul
That's
made
what-
me say it.
I had that
Yep.
all my life.
Well, you
Paul's
can't-
the ringleader, man.
Yeah.
Paul's the ringleader.
He's,
Yeah.
he's a bit.
Honey, I only wanted to have 2 beers,
Yeah.
but Paul
Yeah, he
made
kept
me.
pouring.
Paul kept buying
pouring 'em.
pitchers.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm drunk.
Yeah, I was gonna be fast this year, but Pat fed me donuts.
And 9% beers.
He had it on tap, honey.
Free.
It was
Yeah.
free.
Yeah. Speaking of which, beer sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Big news on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Main, what's your under $100?
Well, I always lean towards sometimes a little skeptical. I don't like the
What?
way. Yeah, I know.
Where's my?
What are you doing?
A lot going on right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Do you know how to stop it?
How do we stop this?
I pulled the trigger.
I now need to turn off everything except the sad music.
And this is going to be sad. I've faced the fact
You're
that
kidding.
when my bike is dead, I'll have to go to disc brakes.
Oh God, you know what I was thinking?
It's time to start tooling up, and the cost to to actually service your disc brakes for tools is like, are you kidding me?
Okay.
So I'm going with the SRAM because I won't ride Shimano. Standard mineral oil bleeding kit, $74.
Wait, SRAM is not mineral. Okay,
Yeah, that's what it says. right
SRAM
here.
is not mineral.
That's
oil.
what it says,
SRAM is
Sam.
dot fluid. There's no way.
Well,
anyway.
I'm just
okay.
saying.
All right. Can I just
I'm just
do a
reading the
quick
lead.
like what I thought you were going with that? Like when I have to, I've realized my age. I thought you were gonna say like I'm getting compression because everything's hanging.
I could do that.
I was thinking Paul was going to be like,
Already done.
His chicken wings.
It's already done. I'm doing all kinds of things, trying to defirm the old, But
I
it's
bought you a
weird.
large
I
sweater.
was telling my wife the best thing about those going back to the Duer jeans.
Yeah.
I finally get to
Jesus
say, do I
Christ.
have an ass in this? Because
they
it's
owe
gone.
us like $1 million because
Well,
we are.
when you get old, men lose their butts, and instead of being
See,
like,
this is where I thought he was going.
guys,
so-
how's my ass?
no, yeah.
10 out of 10. It's a doer ass.
What I'm saying is, when you get older, it just disappears for some reason on older men.
Yeah.
It's just we
hate
no
to-
longer have a butt. It's where your legs meet, and so.
But wait, no, we're bike riders. Bike riders always have an ass.
Well, my pants are falling off. You know how
Talk
you watch
to a
this stupid
60-year-old.
when you watch those stupid like American
not
video
60.
things, and some guy's dancing, his pants fall down. Well, how in the hell does that happen? Well, I have no ass anymore. But thanks to those Dur jeans.
Dur jeans.
Dur.
Thank you, Dur.
And now we owe
Seriously,
them money.
my wife said, "Yeah, you have an ass in those jeans."
Wow,
well, stay
really?
up. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, instead of just being baggy, where the place to hold my pocket to hold my wallet.
You know
it's
what?
Just like,
I think the best endorsement we could give those jeans is that Paul Main could potentially get laid.
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jackson's phone is
No,
going
I'll-
off the hook.
No, I'm mainly just looking down at my wrist.
Yeah, ignoring
To
us.
avoid
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
a part of this.
Jackson,
I'm not a
we're
part
in
of this.
it.
Yeah.
This is awkward as hell. That's basically what you're saying.
Nah.
All right. All
Did
right.
we devolve?
Yes.
We devolve.
What were we talking about?
We were
My
talking
disc
about-
brake problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Paul's
had to
disc
buy
brake.
the kit and $74 to fucking bleed your brakes.
I
That's
have
just
it.
Stupid.
Paul, I have
That's
it.
just.
I know.
I have it, but I don't know how to use it.
You know how
And-
much
and-
cables cost in housing for
$250.
rim brake? Yeah.
But what I'm going to do, Paul, what I'm going to do is come January 2023, we are going to start incorporating a little bit more video into this organization. And one of them is, I think it'll be funny if I, as a dumb shit hack, tried to bleed brakes for the first time ever. I will need you there as backup.
I
Sam.
will
I am
definitely
looking
watch
you
that.
in the eye.
I will watch that.
No, I will need you behind the camera going, no! Stop, you fool! Yeah. But I'm going to attempt to base my knowledge off of, old school tools and see if we can
No,
we
you're
can
not gonna
attempt
do it.
stuff for an
We
idiot
should
for
do
first time.
the at-home Joe way versus the pro way.
Have you guys ever
Well,
seen?
we already got the at-home Joe.
Have
Yeah.
you ever seen that guy who does electronic stuff and it keeps blowing up on him on
Yeah.
YouTube? That's what you're going to be.
It
like.
will be,
Yeah.
and I just hope
Yeah,
I
take
don't
that
do
for a ride,
massive
Pat.
financial
I can't
damage.
stop.
So guys, so next week we are going to delve into the concept of a little bit more extravagance in our Christmas gift wish list. So for those of you at home, if you think you can outbid us, we usually do our last show as the unlimited, dream Christmas gift purchase. So I think, what do you think? We should go under $500? Mm-hmm. Okay, under $500, $500 or under for our next Christmas gift purchase. And by the way, you can't say the sweaters because we already covered that.
Damn.
You're welcome, motherfuckers.
This is awesome.
I'm wearing it on the next team ride.
Well, you might have to wear them on the last show before Christmas.
Well, I'm gonna do
and
that
you
too.
can wear them to company parties throughout. Although Paul might not because I think he's an alcoholic. Everybody,
City
thanks
might
so
not
much.
look at that.
Yeah, thanks so
with
much.
bourbon.
This is you are a bourbon drinker
That is
though.
true.
You're my bourbon buddy.
I love it.
That's why it's Bourbon Bear buddy.
Yep.
You're my big bear.
Anyways,
We're not going to go to the hips again, are we?
Who doesn't eat
All right.
meat?
right?
Fucking bears eat meat. Give me the sweater back. Thanks everybody. You guys, this is fun, and I do want to throw out a little side mention that our iTunes and Spotify rankings have gone through the roof, and it just is because of you guys out there, and it's because you guys telling friends and all those wonderful things. So thanks so much. Thanks for being a part of the Packfiller, because I'm not gonna get misty.